Peace, beloved. Welcome back to yet another soil session with your movement midwife. I miss y'all. Can't even hide my excitement, okay? Now let us begin how all holy things should, slowly, with presence, with breath. I invite you to take a few deep breaths with me. Let us begin. Deep breath in through your nose. Hold. Slowly release through your mouth. One more time. Inhale and feel your belly expand. Hold. Exhale. Let your shoulders drop. Then one more. That always feels good. Now today we are going to be talking about taboos versus sin. And I want you to forget for a second what you have been taught about either one. We are going to get under the skin of the words, into the roots. Family, I have been hearing a lot of confusion, not just in the church, not just in social media debates, but in the hearts of people who are trying to find their way back home spiritually. And the confusion sounds like this. Isn't that sin? But God said, isn't that against the Bible? And what they are talking about are taboos, but they're calling them sins. So today we're going to slow this down. We're going to place them side by side, and we're going to make sure that after this, you understand the difference so clearly that you can stand on it without flinching. First, let's talk about sin. Now, when you say sin, most people are already picturing a rule book, a list of thou shall nots, something handed down by an authority who says break this rule and you've offended God. In the Abrahamic religious lens, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, sin is breaking divine law. It is framed as moral wrong. It is about right versus wrong according to a set of doctrines that are meant to apply to all people everywhere, no matter the lineage or land. And in those systems, the laws are written down, preached from pulpits, and recited from scripture. But here's the thing. The word sin is rooted in cultural baggage. It's tied to guilt, to shame, to control. It's not about balance. It's not about relationship. It's about compliance. And that's important to understand. In that framework, sin is universal. Sin is not about who you are. It's about breaking the same law they say applies to all people all the time. Now, in traditional cultures, African, Indigenous, Pacific Islander, Asian, the framework is different. We don't start with sin, we start with taboo. A taboo is not about breaking a universal law that applies to everyone on earth. A taboo is about crossing a line that's sacred to a specific people, a specific land, and a specific spiritual order. It's about alignment. It's about what keeps a community in harmony with itself, with its ancestors, and with its environment. In many indigenous and ancestral traditions, including the Yoruba tradition that I walk with, taboos are not about morality in the Western sense. They are about keeping the spiritual contracts that you were born into or initiated into. They're about keeping the energetic ecosystem balanced so you can live long, live well, and fulfill your destiny without obstruction. A taboo is not about what every human everywhere should never do. A taboo is about your people, your river, your covenant with the unseen. It is a boundary that comes from the energy, the contracts, and the covenants your lineage has with the spirits, the land, and the divine forces that shaped you. Now, I want to pause here because when I say energy, contracts, and covenants, I'm talking about something so foundational, it really deserves its own soil session. I will do a completely separate teaching on that because we cannot rush that, and it is the backbone of understanding why a taboo even exists in the first place. I just want to briefly touch on it here so that we're all on the same page as we're moving forward, so the ground that we're standing on is even. Everything you do, touch, consume, or engage with carries a frequency. Some frequencies strengthen you and others weaken you. Your lineage, your spirit, and your role in the community determines which energies you can and cannot hold without harm. As far as contracts, before you were born, before you took your first breath, you entered into agreements. Some of those agreements were made by your own soul. Some were made by your ancestors. These are spiritual contracts. They outline the terms of your protection, your gifts, and the boundaries you must keep to remain in alignment. A covenant is a sacred promise between a people and the divine, between a family and their spirits, between you and the spiritual forces that walk with you. Covenants are living bonds. Breaking them has consequences, not because a jealous God is punishing you, but because it disrupts the energetic structure that was built to keep you and your community safe. Taboos are tied directly to those. Break a taboo and you are breaking the energetic wiring that keeps your people in alignment. Do you see the difference? Sin says this is wrong for everyone, everywhere, at all times. You disobeyed the rule, now you must be punished. And taboo says you stepped out of rhythm. This is not an alignment for us, for our people, for our covenant, for our role. Now we have to restore balance. One is guilt-centered and the other is harmony-centered. And here's the thing, a taboo might not be wrong anywhere else in the world. It might be perfectly normal for another people, but for us, for this land, for this lineage, it's out of bounds. It's a no-go. For example, eating certain foods, wearing certain colors during a mourning period, speaking certain names out loud. These are taboos because they're tied to the energy, the contracts, and the covenant of our people. Family, let's pause here and make this plain and concrete. If my lineage has a taboo against eating a goat on a day dedicated to Shango, that is not about offending an angry God. Stop for a moment and hear that. This is not about fear, guilt, or punishment. Shango is the Orisha of thunder, lightning, justice, and balance. He is not mad when rules are broken. He is a guardian of flow and alignment. He holds the energy that keeps our communities, our families, and even our personal paths balanced and moving with rhythm. The goat in this context is sacred energy. It is a vessel, it is a living channel for the specific energy that connects us to Shango's work. Eating a goat at the wrong time does not make you sinful. It disrupts a system of energy that has been maintained across generations. A system that your ancestors relied on to protect life, clarity, and fairness. And honestly, you don't have to fully understand it. But think of it like this. Imagine a circuit board. The goat is one wire and Shango's energy is the current flowing through it. Eating the goat at the wrong time is like cutting the wire. The current doesn't stop, but the system misfires. Decisions feel off, tensions rise, clarity fades, and life feels out of rhythm. This is why ritual clarity matters. Following taboos keep the energy aligned, the relationships balanced, and your own path clear. Breaking them creates friction, real world consequences, but these are not punishments from a deity. They are imbalances in the energetic ecosystem that your lineage depends on. And here's the key. Another lineage, another Orisha, and another set of contracts, they might eat a goat at the same time and nothing happens. Their energy, their rhythm, and their covenant is different. The taboo is specific, not universal. So when I say taboo doesn't equal sin, this is what I mean. A sin in the Christian lens is universal, guilt-based, and fear-based, whereas a taboo is relational, energetic, and restorative. If a taboo is broken, there is a process to repair it, rebalance, and reintegrate. You are not cast out. You are not eternally punished. You are brought back into rhythm, back into alignment with your ancestors, your Orisha, and the flow of life itself. You hear me? Let's pause. Let's let it settle in. Let's take a deep breath. This is how we reclaim spiritual clarity. This is how we walk without fear, but with awareness. This is why understanding taboos, their energy, and their lineage-specific contracts is so much more powerful than living under someone else's guilt-driven rulebook. Here's the danger of confusing taboo and sin. When you think taboos are sin, you universalize your unique path. You start believing that everyone must follow your contracts when they never sign them. And when you think sins are just taboos, you might break divine moral laws thinking that they don't apply to you, when in fact they might be a part of the universal order that keeps humanity intact. Both confusion points create spiritual chaos. So when you're wondering what is wrong with our community, why can't we get it together? Many of us are breaking taboos and don't even know because we were never taught about taboos. And this is where colonial religion caused so much confusion. They came in, took our taboos, stripped them of context, and called them sins. In the same time, they told us their taboos were universal. So now we're living under a double layer of laws, many of which have nothing to do with our rhythm. When I say double layer, I mean there are two overlapping systems governing behavior. One imposed by colonial religion framed as universal sins for everyone, and another ancestral, relational system of taboos that is specific to our lineage, land, and spiritual contracts. People are often trying to navigate both at the same time without realizing that the rules, consequences, and purposes of each layer are completely different, and sometimes even contradictory. This is why so many get confused, anxious, or disconnected from their own spiritual rhythm. You see how dangerous that is? We end up fearing the wrong things and ignoring the ruptures in our own traditions that actually matter. When you break a sin in the Christian framework, the consequence is framed as punishment from God. When you break a taboo in our indigenous framework, the consequence is more like an imbalance in your ecosystem. The breaking of a spiritual technology that was keeping you safe, fertile, and in harmony. It's not always about you're bad. It's about now you've opened a leak in the container that protects us. The fallout is not always instant, but it ripples through your health, your children, your crops, and your spiritual clarity. This is what has happened to our community. And we cannot repair unless we acknowledge these foundational truths. In the old way, if you broke a taboo, there were ceremonies to cleanse it and to restore order. You could make things right. You can make things right. And you can bring yourself back into the balance that holds your life and community together. It wasn't eternal damnation. It wasn't you're going to hell forever, which doesn't exist, by the way, but we will discuss that in another soil session. Please believe me. It was repair work. It was responsibility. Sin doesn't really have that repair rhythm. It is often binary, guilty or not guilty. You repent, but the stain still lingers in the theology. Taboo says, no, we fix it. We bring you back in. We don't leave you outside the gate. So when we talk about living our tradition instead of practicing a religion, this is one of the biggest shifts we have to make. Stop judging everything you do through the lens of sin. Please, I beg. Start listening for the rhythm of taboo for your people, your land, and your lineage. Because the truth is, some of us are avoiding things our ancestors never gave a damn about, never gave a shit. They don't give a fuck about cussing. And we're breaking taboos they fought to protect, all because we're caught up in somebody else's rule book. Taboos keep the spiritual ecology clean. And sin, as we have been taught, keeps the social hierarchy in place. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Do you want to live in harmony, or do you want to stay out of trouble? Because those are not the same thing. They're not. Let us end with one final deep breath. In. Hold. And exhale. Slow. Let that settle into your soil. Thank you for watching.